Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another very exciting video, and today we're going to be talking about this. No, I'm not Dog Demuro, but this is a Royal Enfield Himalayan, a brand that goes back as far as 1901, at least that's what the key says. Now I have turned on my cozy fire to heat up the place and make it a little bit more cozy. But before we start this video, we have to address the elephant in the room about the Himalayan. When I posted a picture of the Himalayan that I would be picking it up and taking it out for reviews, I got a couple of messages from people saying like, watch out with the front end. The front suspension can break off. You will get pierced by the front end suspension. So of course I did a little bit of research. Royal Enfield. And I found some pictures of actually front ends breaking off. That sounded a little bit scary. Almost didn't want to pick it up. Now in India, riding your motorcycle to the Himalayas is considered a spiritual trip. Now back in the day, this was done mostly with like a Royal Enfield Bullet, and that thing wasn't really made for off-road abuse. And that's why they built the Himalayan. A more straight up seating position, bigger wheels and more luggage for the back for those longer trips. Now they didn't really think that people would be totally trashing this bike up and riding it like they stole it. Now for the second generation of the Himalayan, this problem was solved, and yeah, it is a lot more sturdier in the front right now. You can actually see some bigger welds and some extra plates. Oh yeah, fun fact to know, only the second generation was imported into Europe, so we do not have the first generation with the front end snapping off. Don't worry about it if you're in Europe. Now that elephant is out of the room. Now that we got that covered, and I do not want to talk about the Royal Enfield commercial about a mother and a son and an uncut umbilical cord until the kid is like 18 years old, finds a Royal Enfield, and then the umbilical cord goes away and he dumps his mother for the Royal Enfield. Kind of weird, but yeah. I'll leave a link in the description. Now this engine is a 411cc single overheaded camshaft 4-stroke fuel injected air cooled piece of engineering, producing a whopping 24.3 horsepower and 32 Newton meters of torque. Incredible. Now on paper they are stating that this motorcycle does 127 kilometers an hour top speed, but yeah, we are going to put that to the test. You can put on paper whatever you want, but yours truly Smokey will put it to the test. Now a lot of people would probably be saying like 24 horsepower, 127 kilometers an hour maximum speed, that's kind of slow. But hey, I always look at it on the positive side. With this motorcycle, you're not going to lose your driver's license for a long time, let alone just losing your driver's license. That's a good thing, right? CO2 emissions is 76.5 grams. Now on a normal occasion I would never talk about emissions because who cares? But I really want to know, and let me know in the comments. Is there anybody in the world that actually wants to buy his most favorite motorcycle and is like, well yeah, the emissions is a little bit too high, I'm not going to buy it because it's too bad for the environment? Do those people actually exist? I doubt it. 76.5. Now the total weight is 199 kilograms. So it's not the lightest bike, but the seat height is 800 millimeters. You cannot see my foot on camera, I have to adjust the camera. So the seat height is 800 millimeters, which means with my 176 centimeter of length, I can put my both feet on the ground, flat-footed. So it's easy to maneuver, it's easy to control, look at that. So 800 millimeters or 31.5 inches for my American buddies.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
With a ground clearance of 220 millimeters or 8.6 inches. And with an 88 decibel sound system.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
It's not going to piss your neighbor off in the morning when you leave for work.
I get emails from all of our neighbors, bro.
Just turning it on and I'm leaving. All right.
We should fire it up and do a sound clip. It's got 5 gears in the usual 1 down and 4 up. It's got a 15 liter or 4 gallon gas tank. And with an average fuel consumption of 3.2 liters on 100 kilometers, This thing can go on for like 450 kilometers or something. That's a lot. Now grab your popcorn and grab your beer, because we're going over the safety lists and electronics. It's got ABS in the front and in the rear, because that's mandatory in European countries from 2016 and on. And yeah, that's about it. That was, sorry for that, that was a dumb one. Now for the analog and LCD combined dashboard, it has some pretty funny features that I was pleasantly surprised with. We got the good old gauges going up and down. You got a little gear indicator right here, very helpful. This thing is called the Tripper. This is actually a point-by-point navigation that I will explain later, and it's also a digital display. Now one of my favorite parts is that one. This is a compass, a digital compass. I like that. I have no idea why, but I like it. Then of course we got some very basic warning lights. Now the Himalayan of course does not have like a rally mode or whatever. It has no modes whatsoever. It has just riding mode. It's on or it's off. Yeah. Now the Tripper on the side is a little digital screen that works as a clock. But you can also connect this thing to your phone. Download the Royal Enfield app, create an account, and you can simply use the turn-by-turn navigation on the little screen. And just like that, you get a very easy to use turn-by-turn navigation system. Now I do prefer a big ass wide TFT screen as a navigation system, but you know, in case that fails, you can also rely on the Tripper and your Google Maps. And in case that one also fails, you can always take the compass on the bike. Yeah, buddy. There are still some Himalayans in stock that actually have the Tripper by its own, but when the new ones start rolling out, it's an optional accessory. But I mean, a world shortage in base materials, not much you can do about that. On the handlebars, we have all the basic stuff we need. We have got a throttle, warning light indicator switch for cutting traffic, one clutch, one brake, a big light and flashlight, kill switch, and a starter button. In the front we have a 41mm telescopic suspension with 200mm of travel. And in the back we have a monoshock with linkage and 180mm of travel. We have 300mm disc brakes with double pistons in the front and 240mm disc single pistons in the rear. Now when it comes to the colors, I absolutely love a motorcycle that you can actually pick out of 3 or 4 or 5 different colors, not just one. Now with the Royal Enfield, you've got a couple. We've got gravel gray, dune brown, pine green, that's this one, sleet black, glacier blue, and granite black. Now the Himalayan can be equipped with some nice spacious panniers, or even bags for that matter. They got a thick walled aluminium construction and some ABS corners for protection, because the first 5 minutes when I picked this bike up, I actually crashed into my own trailer. Good thing I had these ABS corners on them. You can put 26 liters of vodka or red wine into this pannier, and it also comes with straps on top to put some extra bags on it, or extra luggage. You could build like a freaking pyramid here. And it's got a nice lock, just for your safety. Nice. Now, going to my overall thoughts of this motorcycle thus far, I'm pretty sure you can ride this motorcycle for hours on end without feeling like a contortionist. I don't really like motorcycles that put a lot of weight on my wrists anymore. Maybe because I'm 38 already. Not sure, might be the age. I do believe that Itchy Boots, the female vlogger from the Netherlands, I believe she actually rode her Himalayan back from India to the Netherlands. Now the Himalayan is not that light, but it's also making this a sturdy bike and making it fairly easy to use even as a beginner. And with a 21-inch wheel in the front and a 17-inch wheel in the back, you know this motorcycle is built for the rougher terrains. I mean the second gen with the upgraded front suspension. Now we all know that starting a new hobby and riding our beloved motorcycle does cost a lot of money. But with a motorcycle like the Himalayan, you can actually enjoy the perks of motorcycling without breaking the bank. With a starting price of 5,900 euros, bling, it's not all that bad. Now motorcycles like these are easy to maintain, just as your pet hamster. It's got one cylinder, it's got one drain plug. You can easily change the oil yourself and save some money on maintenance. And you'll feel like a real boss afterwards if you change your oil for the first time. My voice even got heavier just by talking about oil and maintenance. Now the Himalayan has this classic style retro look That makes me think of the good old days. It's like owning a piece of history, with all the perks of a brand new motorcycle. Not too many perks though, but still enough perks to get you from point A to B. Now I'm used to riding 160 and 200 horsepower motorcycles, so when I heard like Royal Enfield Himalayan, 24 horsepower, and double it up and give it to the next person, I don't want to ride it. But after understanding the brand and its origins and how pure these things are, I gotta admit, it brings me back to the basics. And it's really fun. Now next week I will be taking the Himalayan on some bigger trips. And I will take you guys with me. Now, not really on the back, of course. I will just take you with me, looking to the eyes of my GoPro. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to do some miles, some kilometers on this little precious beast. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'm out of here. Thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more videos, click over here to watch my favorite video or the last one over there. And if you want to subscribe, click right. Yeah, sorry about that.